Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mabi, and today we're going to be talking about Terraria 2 Otherworld. Realogic and Engine Software released a teaser trailer of the new and upcoming Terraria 2. Kind of out of the blue, this was definitely not on a lot of gamers' radar, but it was a pleasant surprise. From what we've been shown so far, what can we expect from this new title, and what will it bring to the table? What will be different than Terraria 1? We're going to cover and analyze the trailer and discuss whether or not we should be excited about the game. Please note that all footage you are about to see is pre-alpha and does not represent the final product. The trailer was released on March 3rd of 2015, and as of this video, Terraria 2 Otherworld does not have a release date. The trailer starts off by showing a bunch of cool looking biomes. First of the bunch seems to be some sort of desert biome with purple cactus and fruits growing from trees. This is our first ever look at the new art style of the game. The character sprites look a lot less pixel oriented and seem to have much smoother animation. The next scene shows a type of warrior character exploring what seems to be some sort of crystal cave. Note that the character is absolutely surrounded by this stuff. Does this mean the blue crystal is easy to find and an abundant resource, or are we looking at an amazing find? Next, we have a character donning some awesome wings, flying through a lava biome. Just looking at this gear, golden hammer, a gun, bow, and some wings. This might be a late game section. The corruption is back with a new style for the corruptors. Looking at the top right, health, mana, and even breath meter makes a familiar but polished return. The action ramps up, and here's what seemed to be a dungeon. Could this be the same type of dungeon in Terraria 1? In Terraria 1, the dungeon was accessible from the surface. Looking at the bottom of the screen shows a lava biome. Either this is a new dungeon you could find anywhere below the depths, or the dungeon is considerably larger, reaching amazing levels. Oh, we can't forget the cool new looking skeletons and the firewall the character is using. Back to the corruption, a flying character shoots the ground with his gun, showing off some amazing terrain destruction effects. In Terraria 1, besides mining, bombs and dynamite were the premier methods of destroying terrain. Enemies and bosses might have a similar effect than this. We'd have to take care and mind where we build our houses and pay attention not to accidentally pull the trigger in our own homes. This next scene shows a couple of new things to note. First, these new enemy types. They look like flying bats or spirits that shoot fire. We've seen a couple of characters thus far in this trailer. Does this mean we're going to see a lot more aerial combat this time around? Look at this crystal floating atop this pedestal. What could it be? It seems to react to the character as it gets closer. Perhaps a spawn point? Mana regen resource? Or maybe the character is defending it. The next scene looks even more hectic. There is a small enclosed area with a wooden background. Was this created by the player or found in the underground? Another form of crystal is back, floating atop yet another type of pedestal with enemies attacking from either side. Once again, leading me to believe that it's either a spawn point or enemies are attracted to it. This would make these turrets a very valuable asset. Speaking of turrets, I'm going to assume we craft them and place them ourselves. But how are they powered? Infinite ammo? Or do we have to refill them? Maybe they disappear after a while. The crystal pedestal is shown multiple times next, being defended once, and once with no enemies near it. What can these different forms mean? Terraria 1 was an interesting concept that combined 2D exploration and combat. The game itself is also not that demanding, so it was accessible to a lot of people. To this day, it's still as popular as ever, with the latest update being released not that long ago. But ultimately, what was it missing? What can Terraria 2 Otherworld do to suck us back into the world? Let's see what Realogic and Engine Software have to say directly. Expanding upon the immensely popular action sandbox title Terraria, exploring what might have been, and approaching gameplay in a new direction, Terraria Otherworld represents a novel take on the Terraria experience. Set in an alternate dimension within the Terraria universe, Terraria Otherworld places the player in a life and death struggle to restore a once pristine world, now overrun by a malevolent force that has corrupted nature itself to its original splendor. Combining elements of sandbox gameplay with role-playing and strategy elements, Terraria Otherworld explores Terraria experience in an innovative and unique way, providing a fresh approach to the open world genre. But what does this all mean, however, and what can we expect? Though little information has been released, we do know this. Character progression is going to be drastically changed. Will armor play a role of what your character can directly do, or will they change it up and go along the lines of leveling systems and skill points? They'll also change the way loot works. This one is hard to predict. They're either going to make it easier to gather resources or make it a grind and reward those who spend time obtaining the exact gear they want. Probably the biggest change of them all, and what I'm personally excited for, is the infinite world premise. In Terraria 1, you created a world and that was it. You'd explore this world for your whole playthrough. If you wanted to see some random generation, you'd have to resort to making a new world and having your character move there. While not that bad, it's not how the game was intended to play. With this new random world aspect, we'll be able to keep our progress and see lots of new things, effectively increasing replayability tenfold. Should we be excited for this new game? Absolutely. If you've been a fan of Terraria and are looking for something new, Terraria 2 Overworld should definitely not disappoint. As new videos of gameplay and trailers get released, I'll be covering them as well, so make sure to follow the channel. I'd appreciate it if you give this video a like so others can see it, and share it with your friends if they're interested in Terraria 2. Also, check out my ongoing Terraria series, where we're playing with over 30 mods. It's actually pretty crazy. Let me ask you guys this. How hyped are you exactly for this new game? What are some of the things you'd like to see added, and what things do you think should not make a return? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. There it is, boom, double kill! He's like, what's going on?
Seems like a double kill.
I'm double killing indeed. Oh, that was pretty badass. Wait, where are they at? They're just making